Hello, America. I'm coming at you. I'm making this video for a purpose. And what it is to validate something that some wise men said a long time ago. You know, the founding fathers said the fall of this great constitutional republic would come from within. I know a lot of people might find that absurd or whatever because we're too big and we're too great for the empire to come to an end here, or this republic, which most people are underneath the belief out of ignorance that it's a democracy. Well, that's part of our problem is ignorance, and that is the number one enemy of freedom and liberty is the spirit of ignorance and apathy that has set in with the American people. So I'm gonna go ahead and just continue and share this article with you. And basically, it's from the Swanee Democrat, and it was May 25th update. Prosecutor fired for Tea Party talks, and not a First Amendment issue, says Jarvis. And it was written by Jeff Walters at the Swanee Democrat. So to verify that, if you want, go ahead. And we're just going to go ahead and roll down over here a little bit. And let's keep on looking at this. Live Oak, an assistant state attorney for the Live Oak-based 3rd Judicial Circuit, was fired Monday for speaking at Tea Party rallies and to other groups, according to the 3rd Judicial Circuit State Attorney Skip Jarvis. Jarvis said he revoked Chris Annis Hall's appointment as assistant state attorney at 2:30 p.m. Monday. Hall, a Swanee County resident, worked out of Hamilton County. He said he felt bad for letting her go since she was the only breadwinner in her household, but had no other choice. Think about that. She was speaking at some political events. Some things were anti-state and anti-government. I want you to remember this. Jarvis said, by phone Tuesday morning, I emailed her and said, look, you can't do that as an assistant state attorney. Our client is the state of Florida, which in this content, he's correct. I agree with him 1,000%. But let's read a little further here and get a picture of what he views as anti-state and anti-government. Okay? Hall framed the question differently. I was told I could speak about the Constitution openly or keep my job. Sounds like a choice here, right? She said by phone Tuesday, I choose the Constitution. So it's apparent Mr. Jarvis sees the Constitution as anti-state and anti-government. Probably thinks that she's a domestic terrorist too. Anybody that believes in the Constitution and the Constitution orders and checks and balances have to be a terrorist. That's very clear. The agenda, what Mr. Jarvis has here, is totalitarianism. That's what it is. Hall filed a complaint Friday with the United States District Court, Middle District of Florida, asking the judge to allow her to continue speaking at the events and to protect her from being fired. Jarvis said he received the complaint in the mail Monday but was not properly served. Do you believe that? Number one, he's claiming that the Constitution is anti-state and anti-government, and he's claiming that Miss Hall, being a graduate of law school, doesn't say where she graduated from, but obviously her credentials are good enough to be assistant state attorney, doesn't know the proper procedures, how to serve? Think about that. Hall said in her complaint that she spoke at gatherings at several local groups, including the Swanee Republican Executive Committee, area Tea Party meetings, a meeting of the 9/12 organization and radio programs. She also said that she spoke at all those engagements as a private citizen and not as an employee of the state's attorney office, which she has every right to do what she wants on her free time, Mr. Jarvis. Hall told Jarvis in an April email that she felt her right to free speech was being threatened and wanted clarification. Are you telling me that I must surrender my First Amendment right to free speech when it obviously does not hinder my work or harm my employer in any way? I think the Supreme Court might find exceptions to that, she wrote, and I agree with that too. Jarvis said he knew Hall was speaking at certain gatherings and turned a blind eye to it. Yeah, right. But when he received a complaint last month that Hall was speaking at gatherings that were discussing and desiring for less government and smaller budgets, he said he had to take action. Oh, is that the terrorism, the threat there of being fiscally responsible and small cutting budgets and less? Is that the threat here that we're seeing? All I have done is I have not banned her from speaking about whether she wants to, but only to do so within the law. Mr. Jarvis, I believe she's doing exactly that. Jarvis said she's used her position at my office to get to the pulpit. Jarvis said it was not a First Amendment issue. I am not violating her free speech. Again, she can say and do what she wants, but not under my flag. Exactly, sir. Please clarify that there, that he was quoted, not under my flag. I find it appalled. I'm a Floridian. And if you're speaking about the Florida flag, that is not your flag, sir. And the American flag is just not your flag. So to make a statement like that is pretty obnoxious. And you're so way off base. It's pathetic. And, you know, I'm not even going to read any more of this. I mean, it's absurd. You, sir, are a cancer to our state and to our country, and you need to be run out of office and tarred and feathered, personally. That's what I believe. And you know what? My beliefs are in line with the Founding Fathers, because that's exactly what they would do with you, sir. Actually, they'd probably go even a little bit further, because they'd probably consider that an act of treason, what you're doing. And the penalty for that is not too pleasant, sir. Have a good day.